Al-Hayyul Qayyum, the living, the source of all life, the maintainer of all things, and the source of all things that stand, all things that exist. When somebody internalizes that, you know what they realize? No matter how much I think I have accomplished, none of that was me. None of that was me. All of that was Allah. I have no credit. I take no credit. That is entirely given by Allah Azza wa Jal. There are so many more people that are more qualified than I am, that are more intelligent than I am, that are better spoken than I am, that Allah will not give opportunity to, and there are so many more that are much less qualified than I am, and Allah will give them way more opportunities than me, because He's the source. When you realize He's Al-Hayy, then you realize that your life isn't actually yours. It's not yours. It's a gift given by Allah, which means it can be taken at any moment, because He's Al-Hayy. He's the eternally living. He's the one maintaining that life, Al-Qayyum. And if He's the one maintaining it, لَا تَأْخُذُهُ سِنَةٌ وَلَا نَوْمٌ. Anyone else, any other living thing needs sleep, needs rest, needs downtime. Sleep doesn't get a hold of him. No slumber or sleep. He doesn't get drowsy. He doesn't get sleepy. لَهُ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ. This is, by the way, it comes up so much in the Quran, we don't even think about it. He keeps saying He owns everything in the skies and the earth. He owns everything in the skies and the earth. By the way, He says He owns everything in the skies and the earth, or whatever lies in the skies and the earth exclusively. He is the only owner of the skies and the earth. You know when you buy your house and your name's on the title? It says owner and it says your name. When you pay off your, let's just say, Islamic mortgage, and you finally get the deed, and it says owner of the property and your name, just right on top of that, لَهُ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ. It ain't mine. That's His. That's His. Who remembers that? Who thinks when they go into their car, this is not my car? Who thinks when they go into their closet and they're putting their clothes on, these aren't my clothes? It's given to me. Who looks at their hand and doesn't think this is my hand? It's not my hand. It's a gift that I didn't pay for. I didn't pay for it. He owns everything in the skies and the earth. Thinking about that will change the way you live. Just thinking about لَهُ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ. And when you realize He owns everything, He's in complete charge of everything, then where are you going to go? You know, we go to people when they own something. You go to the judge because he owns authority. You go to the store because they own the merchandise. You go to the lawyer because he owns some expertise. You go to different sources because they own something you need. That's the world. We depend on each other because each of us owns different things in a limited sense. But Allah Azza wa Jal says on Judgment Day, it'll become very clear who owns everything. Because on Judgment Day, you know, in this world, every one of us is in need. I'm in need. There's some things I need from my family. There's some things my family needs from me. There are some things I need from my work. And there are some things my work needs from me. There are some things I need from my government. And my government needs something from me. This is a world of interdependent needs. But no day will come that will be clearer about the needs than Judgment Day. If there's one day that you and I will feel need, that's that day. When we don't even have clothes on. When we have no friends left. Anybody we depended on has disappeared. There's nobody. Nobody. It is the greatest single gathering of humanity ever, and yet you will feel the loneliest you have ever felt in your entire existence at the same time. And at that moment, you still need someone, somebody to take your, speak on your behalf. And Allah says, مَنْ ذَا الَّذِي يَشْفَعُ عِنْدَهُ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِهِ. Who's going to make a case on his behalf? Except unless if Allah gives him permission. Who are you going to get? You're going to need somebody to speak on your behalf. You will get no one unless Allah grants permission. And He granted that permission to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You know, this is an honor given to the messenger. But even the way it's said, manda, Not even man alladhi, man dhalladhi. That dha there is very important. It's even hard to communicate in English what that dha is doing there in the ayah. Man dhalladhi yashfa'u. Who at all? Anyone out there want to speak on this guy's behalf? Anyone there? Man dhalladhi yashfa'u indahu illa bi'idhnihi. And then you come before, this is Judgment Day, is court. You're coming before the judge. And when you come before the judge, you're supposed to bring your case. And if you're trying to defend you, if you're the accused, and you're in court, when you come before the judge, then you're supposed to say, or your lawyer is at least supposed to say, well, Your Honor, you don't know the whole story. I know he committed this crime, but there's some background information. He had a tough childhood. Society messed him up. It was his friend's fault. There's some background information that, Your Honor, you should consider before you punish him. You understand? So the lawyer tries to bring up new evidence to defend his plaintiff, the accused. Allah says, يَعْلَمُ مَا بَيْنَ أَيْدِيهِمْ وَمَا خَلْفَهُم. He knows what is in front of them, what they're presenting, and everything behind them. He has more information, background information about them than they have about themselves. What case are you going to bring in front of Allah? What evidence is you going to bring in front of Allah on Judgment Day? يَعْلَمُ مَا بَيْنَ أَيْدِيهِمْ وَمَا خَلْفَهُم وَلَا يُحِيطُونَ بِشَيْءٍ مِّنْ عِلْمِهِ. On the one hand, He knows everything in front and behind of you, more than you and I will know about ourselves. And on the other hand, we, even together, يُحِيطُون, they will all together not be able to encompass anything from His knowledge. بِشَيْءٍ مِّنْ عِلْمِهِ. You can't even know anything from Allah's knowledge. When you and I learn Quran, we learn something that Allah chose to teach us. Some things that Allah chose to teach us. But even that combined is a small, not even something small compared to Allah's knowledge itself. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. We think we're knowledgeable. We don't know anything. One of my favorite ayat of the Quran is about when we're born. When we're born. When we come out of our mothers. Every one of us came out of our mothers. هُوَ الَّذِي أَخْرَجَكُم مِّن بُطُونِ أُمَّهَاتِكُمْ. He's the one who took you out of the bellies of your mothers. He delivered you. The doctor didn't deliver you. The push didn't deliver you. The C-section didn't deliver you. He is the one who pulled you out of your mothers. Because there were so many more that came out without life. There are so many more that didn't come out alive. He delivered you, the successful delivery. And then He says, by the way, when a baby comes out, does the baby know anything? No. Allah says, لا تعلمون شيئا. He didn't say you didn't know anything. Because when He brought you out of the belly of your mother, this is the past. هو الذي أخرج الماضي. هو الذي أخرجكم من بطون أمهاتكم. لم يقل ما علمتم شيئا لم تعلموا شيئا. He says لا تعلمون شيئا, which is a hal, and at the same time it could be isti'naf, which means in simple English, you still don't know anything. SubhanAllah. He didn't just say He brought you out of your moms and you didn't know anything. He says He brought you out of your mothers and you still don't know anything. لا تعلمون شيئا. What are you going to encompass out of Allah's knowledge? What are these ayat doing? They're putting us in our place. Ya Rabb, I don't know anything.